In anime and other forms of fiction, we are often shown a simple conflict between pure good and absolute evil. But stories become much more interesting when the villain is not just a source of danger, but a character whose beliefs make the viewer stop and think, what would I do in their place? Today, we will look at 5 anime villains whose motives and ideas naturally lead to this exact reaction.
You false hero! I'll make this right! These streets must run with the blood of hypocrites! Hero! I will reclaim that word!
I will start with Stain, a character from My Hero Academia. Formally, he is a serial killer. But is he really as horrible as he seems at first glance? The reasons behind his actions do not come from nowhere. Yes, he committed cruel and unacceptable acts, but there was a clear logic behind them. Stain hated fake heroes, those who act as heroes for ratings, money, and popularity. People who carry the title of a hero, but lack true heroic qualities. He fully understood that his actions were immoral. However, he believed that society could only be changed through such a radical and violent example. Someone who would prove that being a hero is not a profession, but a responsibility. Do you think Stain's ideology is in any way righteous? Tell me in the comments. I would love to hear your opinions. The second villain on my list is Scar from Full Metal Alchemist. One of my favorite antagonists in anime of all time. He is a man who kills for revenge. Is that the right thing to do? No. Can we judge him? Also no. Scar lost his family, his friends, and almost his entire nation in a genocide carried out with the involvement of alchemists. After that, he began to despise alchemy itself and started killing state alchemists, seeing them as symbols of the system that destroyed his world. He even abandoned his own name, a gift from God in his religion. Scar believed that his actions went against his faith and that he no longer had the right to carry that name. He does not see himself as righteous. He is simply the consequence of a crime that was never punished.
This unbearable pain will give rise to momentary peace. That is my dream and my goal.
Nagato.
Pain, or Nagato, is one of the first villains in my life whose words truly made me think. Nagato was not born a villain. On the contrary, he was a kind child, and later a shinobi who sincerely dreamed of peace. And although his goal never changed, the path he chose changed completely. After being betrayed by Hanzo and losing his closest friend, Nagato broke. He came to the conclusion that the world is incapable of valuing peace without pain. To stop wars and suffering, he decided to take all the hatred of the world upon himself. To become a god who is feared, a god who is hated. In his mind, only through shared pain and fear can humanity reach true peace. Eren Yeager, originally the main hero of the story, and later, its main villain. It is impossible to make a video like this without mentioning the man who committed the most horrifying act for the sake of his people and those close to him. Eren saw the world for what it truly was, and he made the decision he believed was the only possible one: genocide. Was he right? From a moral point of view, no. From the perspective of cold logic, Yes, there was simply no other path to freedom for his people. Were his actions driven by hatred? No. Eren consciously accepted the role of a monster, not out of hatred for his enemies, but out of love for those he wanted to protect. He sacrificed himself in the eyes of history so that his people could have a future. And finally, the most unusual character on this list, Girei from Madoka Magica. At first glance, he appears harmless, a cute creature who offers girls the fulfillment of any wish in exchange for a contract and becoming a magical girl. However, over time it becomes clear that this deal has a price. Girei is a representative of an alien civilization whose mission is to prevent the death of the universe. To achieve this, his species uses human emotions, specifically the difference between hope and despair, as an energy source. Magical girls inevitably lose hope over time, fall into despair, and transform into witches. This process is the true purpose of the entire system. Girei never directly hides the truth. He simply does not consider certain details worth explaining. He does not understand human emotions and does not recognize the value of individual life. To him, one life and a million lives are just different numbers in an equation. From his point of view, he is not a villain. He is saving the universe from heat death using the most efficient method available. That is why Girei is more frightening than anyone else on this list. He does not act out of hatred, pain, or ideology. He acts rationally. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of such content. I desperately need your feedback and opinions, so please leave a comment with your thoughts about this video. Bye!